Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Meds. I hope your week is off to a great start. Happy Monday to you all. And yes, I'm your health educator Tanisha Lawrence, and this is your Monday Meds. Yes, your Monday Meds. So you've been enjoying the series How to Keep Your Children Safe. As we know, this is Child's Month, and this is the middle of the month. Can you believe it? We have 2 more Mondays to go, and yes, we are going to be sharing today how to keep children safe. Last week we talked about how to keep children safe at home. This week we're going to be talking about how to keep children safe at the doctor. Do you think that's important or that's necessary? Let us know in the comment section of this video if you think that we need to keep our children safe at the doctor. Keep watching as we'll talk more on how to keep our children safe at the doctor. Yeah, how to keep your children safe at the doctor when your doctor should be a safe person. How do you keep your children safe at the doctor? Now, the doctor should be someone who is safe, someone who is trustworthy. However, there are times when, especially we've been seeing in our world, that things that should be are not always that way. And so today, we will be talking more about how you can keep your children safe at the doctor. It is so important for you, parents and guardians, to ensure, and we talk about children from babies, from newborn, from days old, months old, to years old. Yes, up until 18, you are responsible for them by law, right? And so it is important for you to make sure or ensure that if your child has a doctor's appointment, that you go. I know in America, many of our viewers there in America, the laws there are different in many countries or many states, that if your child is 15 or 14, I actually saw one of my friends on Facebook was so outraged that the government or the state of California is not allowing parents to be responsible for their 12-year-old children's health care, that they can make certain decisions without the consent of their parents. And it's horrendous. It's maddening, it's sickening to know that the child that you bore, the child that you have in your house, that you feed, that you give shelter, you give clothing, you take to school, you provide their food, their clothes, as I said, and you do all these things, you nurture them. If they are sick, you are the one who care for them, and you do not have that legal right, or you do not have that right to ensure that whatever happens to your child's health-wise or your child's well-being, you are responsible for. And so that's the purpose of this video, to heighten awareness, to empower you as a parent or a guardian of a child to understand that you have that right. That is your God-given right to care for your child and your child's well-being. Your child physically, emotionally, spiritually, sexually. Yes, it is your right to care for that child, to protect that child's sexuality. That's your right to care for that child's emotional well-being, mental health, and all of that. And so, yes, it is important for your doctor's visit, number one, for you to be there. It is important for you to be in that room. It is important for you to be there to know what health assessments they are taking for your child. It is important for you to talk with your child. If the doctor is examining your child, that you be there. You know, I remember going to the doctor there in the US, and I appreciated that they had the nurse aide or the CNA come into the room, especially when there was a physical exam. For one, it does help to protect the doctor from um, any mishap or any backlash or any lawsuit to say that they were sexually harassing the patient or what have you. Now, can you imagine that the doctor needs to protect themselves from any lawsuit or harassment charges or notion that may come up? So, if the doctor needs to protect themselves to have a backup when you're being examined as an adult, how much more a child needs to have that protection, especially if the doctor is of the opposite gender or the opposite sex. And it is even worse in our day and age, in this day and age, because whether it is same gender, as I've always, personally, I always like same gender doctor, like, because I feel more comfortable. But the reality is, this world is so messed up that even the same gender doctor can cause abuse or can abuse your child. And so it is important for you to be there. Also, from feedback that I've gotten when we were doing the What to Do When There's No Doctor series, one feedback I got: when you're not sure whether or not you're to take the child to the doctor, especially if the child has a fever or if the child, and we will follow up when we do the What to Do When There's No Doctor, but I wanted to mention this, that when you're relating to children, it is important that you get medical help first and foremost. You will try to do home remedies, but children's bodies do not necessarily relate to as ours all the time. And so it is important, if you can get medical help. Yes, you may want to try, hydrotherapy. If the child has a fever, you put, a cold rag on, wash rag on their forehead and try to break the fever, or you try to wipe them down with a wet wipe them down with a wet, yes, it's a tongue twister, wipe them down with a wet wash rag. So yes, you can try to do that. You can try to do other home remedies, but there's a point when you have to know when to move with the child and not to try to do other things that may cause it to be worse. For the child. And so it is important for us to know how to keep our children safe, relating to the doctor. Yes, you need to know their health records. It is important for you to ask to see their health records too. It's not just as you would ask for yours from time to time. It is important for you to check on your child's health records to see what they're documenting, because sometimes they document things that is not what you actually gave them, and you wonder, where did they get that information from? And so I hope these tips are useful to you as you relate to your children. For those of you who have newborns or young children, you have to ask a lot of questions, especially around whatever vaccines or shots they may be getting. Ask what is in it, what may be constituted of whatever medication. If they cannot provide you with a side effects sheet, the side effects sheet should come with all medication. If they're going to administer it to you, they should give you a side effects sheet. Also, if they're going to prescribe a medication, many pharmacies in the US, I know, will give you the side effects sheet. I know here in Jamaica they don't usually give the side effects sheet. However, I would encourage you, before you give your child a medication, that you ask Google. Yes, you can Google it. You can Google the name of the medication and see what are the reviews, and also what are some of the side effects that you must be aware of. That is one way you can keep your children safe for their doctor's visit or after their doctor's visit. So I pray that these will be useful to you. As we wrap up Monday Meds today, I am reminded of the child, the girl that was sick. Yes, Jairus' daughter, or Jairus' daughter that was sick. And he called Jesus' attention to this girl. She was actually, well, she died, right? Yes, she died. And by the time Jesus got to her, she was sick first, and then by the time Jesus got to her, she died. And Jesus raised her from the dead. And if you look at how Jesus relates to children, he always had their parents with them, in him healing them or administering care to them. And that is a lesson for us as we wrap up Monday Meds today. I pray that you'll have a wonderful week, everyone, and God be with you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Be sure to click the notification bell to get updates on all our new videos. Keep watching.